Morning guys, well morning for me anyway. Marcus here, searching for adventure, and welcome to another episode. So in this episode we're going to look at our satellite phone, take a bit of a look into the pros, the cons, the costs, why we bought a phone, do you need a phone, and all those sorts of things. And also too, what does it cost you to maintain or go on a plan with a satellite phone. If you are joining us here for the first time, welcome. Marcus, as I said, welcome to our channel. We are all about caravanning, overland, touring and camping and travelling. So yeah, who doesn't like to travel? So welcome, and consider subscribing if it's something you are interested in. Anyway, let's go take a look at the sat phone. Let's get into it. So we decided to purchase the Thuraya XT Lite satellite phone, and I've had this little ripper for about a bit over a year now. I haven't had to use it. I've made plenty of test calls on it and had people call me. It works perfectly fine. And yeah, I guess probably the number one reason why we decided to get a phone was for peace of mind. So it's just handy to have there in the car if you are traveling where there's no phone coverage, and especially if you're with your family and you come into a bit of mischief or a bit of strife, you've got a phone there to call someone, or if you break down, it's just great peace of mind. And I think satellite phones over the years, they have come down in price. Years and years ago, I used to have and still do own a Codan HF radio, and that was certainly quite a popular option if you were touring in remote parts of Australia, to have a HF radio. But I think now, as I said just now, with the cost of satellite phones, they've come down. They're more convenient, they're lightweight, they're small. You know, why wouldn't you look at a satellite phone? So obviously with satellite phones, there's quite a few options available out there, and we'll take a quick look why we decided to get the Thuraya XT Lite. So reasons why we ended up going with the Thuraya sat phone was affordability. So for about $850 or so, you can buy the phone completely outright. Then there are plans that you do need to go on and activate to use the phone. But there are probably three major players here in Australia. So you've got the Thuraya network, there's the Inmarsat, can't quite pronounce that, Inmarsat, and the Iridium network. So they're the three major networks or major satellite phone providers here in Australia. And Thuraya is certainly the most affordable option. And as I said, about $850 or so just for the phone itself. So we bought the phone through satphonesales.com.au. Jump onto their website there, and you can go through, you can have a look at all the options that they've got. They've got all the options and all the plans, all those sorts of things. But you can see there that, yeah, that's the Thuraya XT Lite satellite phone on its own, and that's the cost of it there. And then you can go down, and there's the bundle package, which is what we bought, including all those options there. And okay, so let's look at the pros for the Thuraya XT Lite satellite phone. There's a few big pros. First one, affordability. So less than $1,000, you've got yourself a sat phone that's lightweight, small, and will work anywhere in Australia and over 160 or 180 countries. But it'll work anywhere in Australia. So that's a really big pro, the affordability under $1,000. The second biggest pro I find on this phone is you get a standard Australian mobile phone number. Now, what is just so awesome about this feature is that you can give your satellite phone number out to all your friends and family. They can call you, and it doesn't cost you a cent, and it only costs them whatever plan that they are on. And typically most people have a plan that has all their calls included. So theoretically, it's not really costing them anything to call you on your satellite phone. So that is a major pro right there. I think it's a really good selling point for this phone, that you can get that Aussie phone number, and then your mate can ring you up and he's getting charged no extra fees no matter where you are in the country. So I think that's pretty awesome. The next big pro is the Thuraya network, the plans that they offer you to go on. So clearly you have to purchase the phone, then you have to go into some sort of plan. But the fantastic thing is, and the plan that we are on a $15 a month plan. So that's pretty cheap and that's pretty awesome. As I said, you've got the Australian phone number, people can call you, they're getting charged no fees to call you. However, on the $15 plan, I will double check just there on the website where we purchased the phone, but I believe an outgoing call is about 99 cents or $1 a minute, and you can make a text message for about 50 cents. But once again, the great feature about that is, let's say that you've broken down in the middle of nowhere and there's no phone coverage for your mobile phone, you grab your sat phone, you could quite simply just text a friend and say, hey, look, give me a call. They call you, and it's cost you 50 cents. Alternatively, jump on, make a phone call, and it's only going to cost you $1 a minute. So that is a massive pro for the Thuraya XT Lite phone. Okay, so the cons for the Thuraya Sat phone. Now, there aren't many, but one is it works on a fixed satellite. So this aerial right here that you just pull up like that, it slips up like that one. You have to point this aerial in the direction of where the satellite is located. So some of the other brands, some of the other networks available, the Inmarsat and the Iridium networks, those mobile phones, which are worth more money, work on rotating satellites. So what I mean by that is, if you have one of these more expensive phones, you can put this to your ear, you can turn around, you can walk around, you can do what you need to do and do the conversation, and you shouldn't lose signal. With the Thuraya, it is a fixed satellite, so you must point this aerial in the general direction to where that satellite is. So just on that, just on with the satellite, where is the satellite? Where do you point your aerial to? It's pretty straightforward and pretty simple here in Australia. So the Thuraya phone, you will need to point this aerial towards basically northwest. So I've got the sun coming up here at the moment. For me, east is about here, west is over in this direction, south is behind me. See the sun there on my eyes? So if I was to make a phone call now, if I had the aerial pointing this way, it just will not pick up the satellite. I've tried it and it won't do it. You have to orientate that aerial facing northwest. But I've found in the 20 or so times I've given this a test run, had it to my ear like this, as long as I'm standing like this and that aerial is going in that direction, I haven't had an issue. If I was to turn it around and talk like this and the aerial is now pointing south, it won't pick up the signal. So anyway, we might switch the phone on and I'll give you guys a bit of a look at what I mean about picking up the satellite, and then how you have to face that northwest. So let's have a look at that. To turn it on, all we do is we hold this red button down, and you'll see it'll just start to load with the Thuraya satellite network. Make some fancy noises, and then it's going to start searching for adventure. No, it's going to start searching for a network, and we're... Rightio guys, so we've found the satellite. As you saw there, it's picked up the Thuraya network. I better just keep it pointed this way. If I do point it south, it might lose it. So, but as I said before, when you are on the phone, as long as you are talking and you have the aerial in that general direction, I've never had an issue. So it's not as if you have to literally stand and point it at a 45-degree angle. It still will work. So what I'm going to do is just give myself a phone call and show you how it works. Just find my number in the phone. It's like an old Nokia. It's like going back to the 1990s here. Put my number in, and then I'm going to hit go. And we'll see how we go. It says it's ringing, and obviously on a satellite phone there is a delay. And here we go. My phone is ringing. So as we can see there, Marcus Sat phone. Rightio guys, that's a wrap here on my review of the Thuraya XT Lite satellite phone. So I certainly hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you've got any questions, throw them in the comments below. I'll get back to you guys. And if you did like the episode, give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not following us already, if it's something you are interested in. So anyway, until next time, we'll see you guys searching for adventure.